canvas leave.
Today on 2K TV postseason, we fill you in on the latest in Road to the Finals, chat with Road to the Finals team owners.
Taking them all. It's all on me.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Round 2 action of the NBA playoffs about to get underway, and we're here to bring you all the action on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, all here for the ride. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Checking out the Pacers, they enter the conference semifinals looking very tough. A clean sweep in round 1. They're hoping to carry that momentum into game 1 tonight. And the conference semis, Kenny, 8 teams looking to make that cut for the Final Four. What's the mental state of the underdogs in this round?
Oh, you just have to believe anything is possible, because it is. A big shot, a big injury, anything can change the trajectory.
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. You can taste the excitement here in Indianapolis. The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Look at Indiana. So important in a 7-game series to maintain the home court advantage. The fans, the players, the coaches, guys, they know it's all on the line.
And they're ready to go. I mean, as we can hear, so are their fans. This can be an intimidating building to play in when the crowd is this charged up. That alone gives them a huge leg up.
That's why you grind so hard during the regular season, to get this payoff, home court advantage. And that's exactly what they've worked for.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Chris Paul. Mike Scott out there with DeMar Carroll. Then there's Okafor, and it's Soto in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good. Ellis has got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Pacers.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Paul goes in. That's tipped. Okafor against Turner. Another shot. Now George. It is now to Patterson. And George kicks to Ellis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Ellis has got 5.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's Okafor, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Here's Silk, defended by Paul.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Finished off the break.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Here's Silk. Oh!
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And the second free throw, good. Indiana leading. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Good.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Now here's Paul. Unhindered, going all the way.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Pass to Ellis. Turner dishes to Ellis. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. You can put coach in the crowd that feels game one is the most important game in the series. He said to take the first game on the road would put us in the driver's seat from a mental advantage as well as a home court advantage. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Paul. Paul George making his last shot. Okafor. No good, unable to end this run. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to Doris Burke for an update on Chris Paul. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, the head athletic trainer for Philadelphia let me know the status. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. If he misses significant time, it'd be a really tough break for a team in the midst of a playoff run. Tough timing, Kevin.
All right, Doris. We will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
Long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Freak is second.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
Indiana making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Turner. And George Hills subbed in for Monte Ellis. Now the Pacers moving it up.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even larger.
Takes the 12-footer and hits.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
Indiana leading by 13. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Silk. The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Johnson against Hill. And here's Covington from the arc. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Covington's got his second bucket tonight.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Silk passes to Baines. And here's Hill for 3. Good D by Johnson. The 76ers trail by 13. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here's Silk. And no good trying to get that one. And now, let's hit it. We go. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Patterson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And Silks subbed in for Hill. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Johnson, Joel Embiid out there with Okafor. Then it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Soto in at the 3. Here's Silk. He's got 15. Outside for Thornton. Shoots. Buries the 20-footer. Thornton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
The 76ers trail by 21. Marshall with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Okafor gets the bucket.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Silk. Outside for Miles. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Miles has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He finished with 45 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Embiid the screen. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Kicks to Johnson. Another miss by Johnson. Indiana's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Here's Silk. He's got 17. Dishes to Turner. Pass to Thornton. Fires it up. And released it in time. A pretty lopsided. And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Silk. He has 17 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Pacers, Silk in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Ellis, and it's Turner in at the center position. Paul kicks to Scott, and taken away by Ellis. And again, Indiana running the floor.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack. That's
exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket, and don't let them set up the defense.
Paul left side. No good. Excellent D there from Silk. Indiana's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Covington's checked in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's deflected. Again, Indiana.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
and how. I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Scott dishes to Carroll. Scott with a screen on Ellis. Covington kicks to Scott. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Okafor off the drive. No dice from 9 feet out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Aaron Baines comes in for Turner. And George Hills subbed in for Monte Ellis. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. The 76ers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And it's Paul penetrating. Paul uses both hands to slam it down.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Here's Silk. Now the feed to George. Nice shot from 10 feet out. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Paul kicks to Scott for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
No good from Silk. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Marshall with the steal. And here is Johnson. Feeds it to Marshall. Embiid the screen. Now here's Marshall. Passes it to Embiid. 5 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here are this postseason's dead-eye shooters. These guys have knocked down a ton of shots from downtown. Paul George on top. Freak is second.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their three-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Ellis comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Okafor's checked in. Here's Silk. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Embiid the screen. Inside, shoots from 12. And it's Okafor missing.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And he gets the bucket. That's 12 points for Ellis.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Here's Silk. Power down with both hands.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Johnson, and it's Cameron in at the 5 down low. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
76ers substitution, Robert Covington.
Huffman, he's guarded by Thornton. Paul, no one around him. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Indiana's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc, 6 of 15. They set the pick, and a wide-open look for Thornton. And he's good on the 3 ball. Thornton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. 76ers shooting 43% from the field. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Down low. Now Thornton. And he finishes nicely on the way. Thornton's got 5 points now in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Here's Covington. Paul, right side. It's deflected. Out to the right wing. Here's Silk. And the Pacers another three.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The 76ers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Paul outside. Will it go? To the right side. Here's Covington. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Miles. Here's Silk. Now that's how to finish the play.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
Early hits them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Paul passes to Covington. Inside, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Silk, defended by Paul. Here's Silk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Silk's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Paul outside. There's the pick. Covington. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Out to the wing. Miles the pass to Silk. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Paul outside. Goes up from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Here's Cameron. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but think, and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he makes the first. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Tyler Johnson comes in for Robert Covington. And he makes both free throws. The 76ers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. To the inside. Here's Miles. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Free throw good, Miles. And the 76ers making a change here. Carroll's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. They set the screen. Paul goes in. Here's Embiid, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
A tremendous boost for these guys.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Hey, guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw. Courtesy of Kia. Launches it. And Indiana, another three.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And it's blocked.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Carroll, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's Silk. And the layup falls. Silk's got 46 points.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And it's Paul missing. Here's Silk. Shoots the three. And Embiid pulls it down. Paul with the ball. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game two.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around, I'm taking over now.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
starting out.
And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of round 2 for tonight. More round.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
It is round 2 of the NBA playoffs. The intensity just kicked up a notch for game 2. Welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Indians and asserting their will in Game 1, which turned into a blowout. And they seem to have a mental edge going into Game 2. And after winning Game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen. I'm a little overconfident.
You're overconfident.
The Eastern Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports. Game 2. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and Indiana. To take a look at the Pacers, a successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
History tells us when you can win the first 2 games of a series, it's not 100% certain, but you give yourself a pretty decisive edge in the series.
Yeah, they'll take control with the win here, no doubt about that. So if you're the road team, it's even more critical to get this first one to survive in the series. Lose 2 in a row, and they'll go home with their backs clearly against the wall.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Jamari Carroll is out there with Scott. Then there's Okafor, then it's Chris Paul, and it's Soto in at the 2. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Paul outside. Okafor sets the pick for Paul. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And Monte Ellis again. Ellis has got his second basket of the game.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Paul. And it's Okafor missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
And Philadelphia has possession. 6-point game. They're looking to bounce back after the bitter loss on Saturday.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Soto, the pass to Scott. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Shot's good from Silk. Silk's got his first 2 points of the night.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's Carroll. Kicks it out to Paul. Here's the 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Silk, defended by Paul.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Here's Silk. At the elbow, it's Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Silk, defended by Paul.
And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
To the inside, Okafor, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Silk passes to Patterson. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's the screen to the left wing. The pass to Silk. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's George for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Turner with the steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Paul. Scott, good. Here's Silk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. He used that pick just right.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for two. Indiana leading by 8. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Okafor. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Lee. And it's Paul in at the point guard. Hill has the open look. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Hill's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Pacers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He had 46 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Paul kicks to Okafor. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top three-point shooters in the playoffs. Freak, number 1. Second is Paul George.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their three-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Scott can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one is hammered home.
And a little bit of ship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Now here's Lee. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Hill kicks to Turner. Good, the assist goes to Hill. And it's 6 points for Miles Turner.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Lee kicks to Paul. Picked by Okafor. Carroll, no one around him. Sinks the triple.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Silk. He's got 8. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, and my man is going for the jugular.
Indiana making some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And it's Ellis in for Hill. The 76ers trail by 18. Soto, he's guarded by Ellis. Okafor with the screen on George. Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Marshall after the made shot from Monte Ellis. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Pick by Okafor. Marshall dishes to Okafor. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. And it's 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Ellis outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't.
First trip to the line for him here.
Monte Ellis.
That one is off. Indiana making some changes. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Pacers just dominating this one. And we'll be...
And now, let's hear it. And now, let's hear it for your East Mates.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Silk, he's in at point guard. Turner is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ellis at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers.
The athleticism on that finish. Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Silk.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah, right. This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Pick by Okafor. Shot to stop the run. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. Really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Clock at 4. Down low. And he says right back into it with a big dunk of his own.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
And DeMarre Carroll is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The Pacers making a switch here. Baines is checked in.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Silk passes to Ellis. To the middle. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Baines has got his second basket of the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Paul goes in, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
George Hill's checked in for Indiana. For Indiana, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Tipped away. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Shot left block, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, and this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And you can see the momentum swinging now. They've gotten a huge boost of energy, and now the offense starting to click.
The drive by Paul. Here's Okafor, and the basket good. Okafor's got 8 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
The shot's good from Silk.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
All by himself. By himself. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Baines. Hill with it. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Patterson. And the three off target. 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Fires from 14. And it's Paul missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming on the top of their head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Pick by Okafor. With the shot. And it's Paul missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Patterson. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And it's Thornton in for George Hill. Philadelphia's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Covington kicks to Embiid. And here's Marshall from the arc. The offensive rebound. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Silk. And once again off the mark by Indiana. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Covington kicks to Marshall. Johnson right side. Looking to end the run. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Bain. He's checked in for Indiana. Silk comes in for Jeremy Lin. The 76ers making a switch here. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Okafor out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Soto in at the shooting guard position. Miles the pass to Silk. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. That's good. Silk's got 31 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Paul outside. Embiid kicks to Covington. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain it.
Here's Silk, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Here's Silk, defended by Paul. Pass to Silk. From past the arc. No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. Right side, Lee. Soto. He's guarded by Thornton. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Here's Silk, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Hey, guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. No good from Lee.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Silk. The rebound by Johnson.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
There's the screen. Kicks it to Lee. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Here's Silk. 1:24 left in the fourth.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are filing out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in game 2 for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Silk. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
There's the pick. 3-pointer. Kept alive by Indiana. Thornton passes to Silk. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Silk. To the paint. Cameron, the pass to Holmes. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so here is Indiana. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they want.
Down low. Out to Lee. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Ball goes in. Here's Cameron. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Silk. And that one is stuck right through.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of round 2 for today.